Okay, so we're looking for someone named Wagellian. Let's take a look on our wide scan for this person. Wagellian. Right there. It looks like they're inside here. Scouts Coalition, I think this is. Alright, right in the back corner there. Alright, so let's talk to this guy. An article on an elven named Robertois? Oh yes, the flavor of the month, who seems to be on the tip of everyone's tongue recently. Reepy Molpy, you've a visitor. A visitoroo? Tell him to scram wham. This upstanding gentleman is quite determined to ask you a few things about Robertois. I'm the one who'd like to ask Wask a few things. That bastard won't give me a second of his time, despite the fact that even the Orda of Weatherspoon, the most uptighteroo group of fogies you've ever seen, gave their permission. He's got some twisted sense of modesty. Every time I ask for a word or two, he always gives the same lame reply. I am hardly a worthy subject for your prose. You'd think he'd know better. If he'd just oblige me, I could cast his order in a much prettier lighteroo than it is now. Either way, I've got boopkiss whoopkiss on him, except for the factoroo that he was spotted exploring Yershaweld before giving that undead the old one too. Maybe someone somewheres in the vicinity of Yershawel's frontier station would know something. Getting to the Weld ain't gonna be a picnic in the park, though. Even the Blackthorn Coven would be easier to interview than Robertois. Stop the press wesses. What if you went with me? Nary a Nakual could stand in our way. Skoo, skoo, skoo. Alright, so it looks like we're heading to the Yershaweld. Frontier Station, I think he mentioned. Somewhere near the Frontier Station. This is the place where it's really easy to get lost. I believe, yeah, this place is just horrible. Okay, so we want to talk to, I think this guy here, Mjuk Ranuk. You want to know about Robertois? Sorry, but I've got much more important to matters to which to attend. Don't be such a fickle fungua. We didn't come all the way here only to be spurned like a toadstool. Just one itty-bitty-witty piece of information will suffice. I haven't the time to waste on columnisteroos when my pioneer badge's nowhere to be found. Huh? I must have dropped it while escaping from the abhorrent beast. How my skin crawls just thinking about the creature's slavering, wavering jaws. Oh, goddess, why did it have to be that badge? Without it, I'm as dead as if the monster had ripped me in half, except this time it'll be a certain Mithra Maester, whipping me a new one. So if we were to find this badge of yours, you'd give us the scoop whoop on Robertois? Without a rude question. Hey, you're good at this sort of thing, aren't you? Then how about scratch-watching two Taru's backs with one stone? I'm sure there'll be something in it for you, too. You'd truly be so kind as to search for it on my behalf? I can't thank you enough. It ain't like we'll be doing it for free, though. Quid pro quo and all that. Now, where were you running around like a panopteroo with its eyes poked out? You think I stopped to check my map while fleeing for my life? But if you held a musketaroo to my head and made me guess, I'd have to say around J8 or H9 or maybe I8. That's a huge area. I'm surprised you didn't faintaroo mid-chase. Me too. It comes from the territory, I guess. If you were stationed here, I'm sure you'd be able to run for malms on end as well. Well, you heard the lad. Mind scouring those 3 spots? I'd help you out, but there's no way my chubby-wubby legs would allow me to keep up with you. Alright, so we'll definitely check those spots, but we won't do it on our feet. We will do it on our mount. So the first one is very close. It's in this square that we're in right now. It's just in the bottom left corner. So let's try that one first. Aha! Finally found one. Okay, so it was one of the possible spots. God, that was hard to find. Ugh. Alright, so let's try here. So there's 3 spots we can check. This is the first one. Unblemished Pioneer's Badge. I think that's it. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, that's quite a relief. Okay. So now what do we do? Now we gotta go back to the frontier station. Right. Oh, by the way, that's sort of where I was. I feel like it can make sense of that. Alright, so here we are back at the frontier station. So we'll talk to Mjuk Renuk. I had recognized that squeaky weaky clean shine anywhere. That's got to be my badge. I wouldn't be so concerned about getting this back, except that it's a replacement Taru for one I had to chuck at another monster as a decoy 2 days ago. To be honest, I was already prepared to meet my Maker Waker if you didn't find it. Now it's like I have a new lease on life. Thanks. Ah, no wonder. I thought, Aru, it was rather trivial of you to be squawking over a few strings of thread. Okay, we willed our path of the bargain. Now for you to appease Adoulin's inquiring minds. Inquiring minds? Oh, about Robert Trois? Well, all I can say is that I accompanied him on his journey-whirny here. Come to think of it, an abomination of the Forest Taru attacked me then, too. Reminds me to never bring you on an expedition that requires even a modicum of stealth. All my friends, goddess bless them for sticking around, tell me I'm star-crossed in the most abysmal way, and I'm apt to believe them after this. If I recall correctly, yes, it was one of those dreaded Ahriman, yet despite their horrid reputation, Robert Trois wasted not a moment in dispatching the winged Cyclops. Nary a complaint could be made about his technique either. He certainly rivals the Merciless One's prowess, if not surpasses it. By Merciless One, I take it you mean Ingrid? Didn't she just recently return from the Middlelands? The surge of power ushered forth from his floodgates was enough to drown Ingrid in embarrassment. Read on for the triumphant story of Weatherspoon's latest and greatest hero, as told through the eyes of his Taro companion. Yeah, that sounds grandiose enough to hook Rita's attention. Now to flesh out the details. Thanks so much, kid. Without your help, I'd never have been able to write something this rivet-a-rooing. Alright, so, what does he say now? Rabat-Troi's abilities certainly rival the merciless ones, if not surpass them. Alright, so let's return to Adoulin then, and Eastern Adoulin, and talk to Besa Alego. Alright, so here's Besa Alego. We'll talk to her again. I heard the Scouts Coalition is writing a piece on Rabat-Trois. This is simply wonderful. I cannot recall the last time that one of us Weatherspoon members was featured in any publication. Hear ye, friends, from dimensions unknown, with my arrival. The clouds shall part, and Altana's holy light shall bathe thee in her purifying radiance. Returnest from whence thou came, vile demons. Oh, Oko, what do you think of my performance? I was completely captivated. And who wouldn't be? I pulled that line right from one of the most hallowed novels on exorcism ever to be penned, ergo expulsion. Back to business, though. What did you learn about Rabat-Trois? Does he swallow 10 hard-boiled eggs whole before running 100 laps upon the surface of Fontis Zanira? He exorcised an Ahriman in your Shaweld. That's rather ordinary. Huh? Could it be that perhaps slow and steady wins the race, and solid fundamentals are more helpful than feats of perceived divinity? This has given me much to ponder. Thanks for opening my eyes to this perspective, Oko. In return, you can have this. To think I'd been looking at this issue wrong the whole time. One doesn't simply improve without grasping the basics. And how could I ever hope to usurp Rabat-Troi's fame if I only copy him? I've got to do things my own way, at my own pace, and conquer my own inadequacies. In fact, why don't I get started on my own personal training regime right now? Returnest from whence thou came, vile demons. Alright, there we are. We received a little bit of bail. Just wanted to switch back to my Pruin, yeah, which I want to use this shield. I switched over for Aegis for another thing. I forgot to switch back. Okay, so let's talk to Besa again. We don't have to zone or wait for a game day or anything. We just talked to her right away. We got more story. The streets are abuzz with Rabat-Troi's latest exploits. First an exorcism, then an undead vanquishing. The man's out protecting our fair city, while the Pioneers' Coalition lackeys flip through raunchy periodicals on the chamber pot. I would dare say that he aims to become a high exorcist himself. Oh, to see the look on Ingrid's face when... Returnest from whence thou came, vile demons. Oh, Oko, how long has it been? Have you seen the article the Scouts Coalition penned on Rabat-Trois? A glimpse into the work of the famed Rabat-Trois, mere moments before banishing a vile skeleton from the land. Even Ingrid herself blushes before the divine prowess. To think, me, following in the footsteps of one so grand. I vow that one day those reporters will be doodling the name Erphimia in their notebooks. What better first step than to venture to the site of his latest banishing? And who better to accompany me than you, Oko? Of course. This'll be a day to remember. Laymen often throw the word undead around without fully understanding it. The term encompasses the unliving as a whole, but there are many different types. Some are demons, others unholy spirits. Yet there are also those who remain tethered to this world owing to some unfulfilled promise or deep-seated regret. And if something manifested itself there once, it's highly likely it'll do so again. This article says that Rabat-Trois quelled the abomination in your Shaweld somewhere around J8. Alright, let's go check out that spot of your Shaweld. That's basically where we just were. There's a lot. It's so twisty, though. It's hard to get... it gets confusing. Alright, so we're back here again. So we're basically going to retrace our steps and go back to that suspicious spot. Whoops. Alright, so we did that a lot faster this time. We learned quick. Let's click on the suspicious place. Ah! Oh, phew, Oko, for a moment I thought you were a spirit rising from the grave. But no, there appears to be nothing of the sort here. Thank the goddess. Thank the goddess? What on Vanadil am I thinking? A true exorcist stands strong in the face of danger. But I've never actually been out in the field before. I've pored over tomes and attended numerous seminars, yet when it comes to time to take one head-on, well, I'm less than confident. What are you doing out here? Rabat-toi? You have always been one to follow my scent like a hound looking for meat. What is it this time? It's nothing like that. Before, I had just hoped to... You? So it was you? Is temperance not a word in your dictionary? Those uncouth reporters from the Scouts Coalition are all but digging through my rubbish. And now you? I'm truly sorry. I trusted you, Euphemia. So, tell me, what dirt do you intend to sling in my face? Me? I swear upon the spirit of Jorius himself, I would never. Be gone from my sight. I would have nothing more to do with you. That's so unlike Rabat-toi. Perhaps his ministrations are getting the better of him. Or maybe it's that he's not accustomed to being thrust into the limelight. That seems like the logical answer. Anyone who rises so quickly to the top is bound to make enemies along the way. I promise, Oko, he's usually much warmer. Euphemia. Frondobert. Exorcist Frondobert. Have you come to assess the site of Rabat-toi's latest banishment too? In a manner of speaking, undead are always a cause for concern. But there have been some irregularities in their appearances of late. What kind of irregularities? Undead take many forms, but likely all Rabat-toi seems to stumble upon are Doulahans, which usually terrorize the labyrinth beneath Kamir Drifts. Does it not strike you as odd that they would appear in non-trivial numbers here, so far away from their normal abode? Now that you mention it. At least our immediate surroundings appear to be safe. Perhaps we can find more clues around Quadrant I-8 here in your Shaweld. That was where the initial sightings took place. And yes, I do mean we. Are you sure it's safe? I will not make it a compulsory part of your training for Euphemia, but I would behoove you to accompany us, should you wish to follow in Rabat-toi's footsteps. A true exorcist must conquer her fear. Then I'll accompany you. Good. Oh no, Oko, what will we do if undead really do show up? Wait, I know, flasks of holy water. But I've only got 12 on me. That should suffice if we run across a mere few. But Altana forbid we butt heads with a raving horde. Getting cold feet? No, I'm right behind you. Oko, I'm still concerned we might not have enough flasks of holy water. Could you procure 12 more? I'll meet you at the site. Alright, well we already got them, of course, so we can just go straight there. We were lucky. There's a part of that There's a section there where there's an overgrown bush that's up certain times of the day, but we seem to have gotten through it. This is the sort of room. I know it's hard to tell from the map, but that's where we are. So we're looking for another suspicious place now, except this one's going to be called... Yeah, suspicious place. Let's just look for it. Let's click on... What the heck? There it is. Suspicious place. What? Oh, right. Okay, we got it. What? That's the. We don't click on it. What we do is, we have to trade those holy waters. Well, that shocked my brain there for a sec. There we are. Trade the holy waters. There's the cutscene. I knew I could count on you to pull through. With this many bottles, we can make those abominations wriggle in it. Frondebert, did you see something? The undead? No, must have been the wind. Ah, if it isn't you two crawling around after me again. Not this time. We were searching for signs of the undead. Aha, you mean to steal my quarry? We would never. Rabattois, there's something strange about you. Well, what do you want about? Come, let me get a closer look. Back off, old man. Rabattois! After him. Alright, so now we want to go just backtrack a little bit to a spot that we just passed a little bit ago. I just want to see, I think... Let me just see here. Okay, anyway. I know where we're going. I'm gonna go west. Yeah, I know where we're going. I believe it should be right in here, if I did that correctly. I think I did. So we are looking for another suspicious place, I guess. Aha! There it is. Alright, so let's click on this suspicious place, which is exactly here where we are on the map. Oko, have you caught a glimpse of Rabattois? Me neither. Even Frondebert is nowhere to be found. Yet they must be close. Oko, over there! Quick, hand me the flask of holy water. Eee! Rabattois, you know better than to traipse around where it is dangerous. Run back to town before you get hurt. But I can't just... Look out! Ugh. Rabattois, are you alright? Ugh. Ugh. Oh no, Rabattois, what happened? What? Haha. Your eye. I don't understand. Your eye. I don't understand. This is a demon's eye, Erphimia. But never did I think your flask of holy water would sting me so. A demonic eye? Surely you would have heard the report about the frontier station worker recently assaulted by an Ahriman. I chased after the fiend to ensure the safety of all personnel there. And when I caught up, The pitiful creature groveled before me, begging that I spare him. In exchange, he offered me this eye, this demonic eye. It grants me sight beyond sight, the ability to scout out undead before they have the chance to victimize others. This lens has facilitated my hunting and vanquishing of the undead whenever and wherever they threaten to attack. How could you use such corrupt means? Everything I have done has been for the Order of Weatherspoon. The exorcists were at our apex during the Great Expedition. We led the charge, banishing evil and making success after dizzying success. And today? Today we are only ilms away from being reviled as dead-weight relics from an era long past, pretending at witch hunting rather than protecting Adoulin's citizens. I, however, refuse to play the fool. Our existence is predicated on the quelling of the unliving and the banishing of the profane. Would you disagree? Of course not. But what you're doing is blasphemy. You want to prove we have a valued place in present-day Adoulin, that the Order of Weatherspoon is as illustrious as it ever was. But how can you live with yourself, let alone face Vortimir, knowing that you turn your gaze towards the very demons we are sworn to vanquish? I do not answer to you, Euphemia. Report this to your superiors, should that please you. I am beyond caring. Now that this eye has been blinded, I am no longer of any use. There the lot of you are. Found more, I see. And Doulahans, at that. Your Shaweld has seen many horrors over the centuries, but this? At least no harm befell you. Presumably, this was Rabattois' doing? Yes, it was. I would have expected no less. I declare this mission a rousing success. Come, we must make our report to the Priory. Of course. Oko, my head is spinning. Please, keep this between the two of us, until I have time to figure out what to do. If this gets out in the wrong way, take this in thanks for protecting me, and the secret we now share. I knew coming out this far would be worth it. Wait till the Coalition wishing gets wad of this. Alright, here we are for finishing that. We got limit points bailed and an increase in our Adoulin fame. Here we are back in East Adoulin, so let's catch up with Bessa Alego. Did you hear? To think after all his endless days toiling, Rabattois is finally to be made High Exorcist. It was only a matter of time with that one. How many years has it been since the last conferment ceremony? I only wish my rank afforded me the honor of witnessing it myself. Rats. Why is it that only the High Exorcists are allowed to attend? Oh, are you looking for Euphemia? Heh. It's my job to be curious. Besides, you're always talking to her out here. Lately, she's been locking herself up in Selenia Memorial Library. Her nose has always been buried in some book or other, but lately she's been taking out so many books that the staff has issued a formal complaint. I'm a little worried, actually. If you're headed back down there, would you mind checking in on her? Sure, we can do that. Let's head to the Selenia Library, which is right outside of the Scouts Coalition. Congratulations, Robertois. To be named High Exorcist is quite an honor. What a farce. An empty title at best, now that I no longer possess the Eye's power. Though I have been chosen to join the High Exorcists, I will be of little use to the Order now. It's a fresh start, a chance to discover your true strength. Tell me, Euphemia, what do you stand to gain from keeping the Order in the dark? Surely revealing the truth would win you friends in high places. Do you not resent the fact that I am to be rewarded for abusing a profane power? I don't resent you, Robertois, although I can't condone your actions. What you've been doing is wrong even now. Then why have you not spoken out? Believe me, I could have, but in the end, I knew that revealing your secret wouldn't make things right, I guess. Oh, Oko, you're here. Good. I have a favor to ask of you. Over here. Ever since that time in your Shaweld, I've been trying to learn more about the Ahriman that gave Robertois the eye. Don't you think it's strange? Ahriman aren't native to Albuka. How did it even get here? I've spent countless nights here searching for answers. The Scouts Coalition wasn't any help, and it looks like my research hasn't turned up any leads either. That leaves only one thing to do. I've got to get out there and look for clues myself. I say I, but, well, I was really hoping you could come with me again. Euphemia, I see you have developed quite an appetite for knowledge these past few days. Exorcist Frondebert, are you researching something as well? Indeed. When I was searching for you and Robertois in the Weld, I caught sight of something strange, an Ahriman. I felt that such an unusual occurrence in Albuka necessitated further inquiry. An Ahriman in your Shaweld? Where exactly did you see it? Please. Well, I recorded the sighting around I-8 on my map, but what? Come on, Oko. Let's hope it's still out there. Alright, so I think this is the area that we were at earlier. Yeah, so we got through. There was no bushes in the way. Where was that spot again? Just over here? There it is. Oh, that's different. No, that's not what we're looking for. This one. The suspicious place. Alright, so let's click on the suspicious place here, back at this spot. We were here just a little while ago. Now we're here again. Oko, look! The Ahriman. Could this be the same one that cursed Robertois? Robertois? It talked! Robertois, yes, a most faithful servant. He crushed my little puppets for me. Ah, but you've come looking specifically for me? Did silly Robertois let out our little secret? Secret? Ah, so the truth has been laid bare. What a pity. So much fun we could have had. Funny fun, too. But don't worry, I'm sure we can still play a little game, can't we? Come out, my pretty puppets. An ambush! Euphemia! Robertois! Leave the undead to us. Get the Ahriman. Alright, so we have our party, so we just click on the suspicious place again, and we get the jovial Ahriman. Let's take him out. We've taken out lots of Ahriman before. Never one in the Seekers of Adoulin expansion. Most likely going to be a lot harder. Let's do some buffs. Just why not? Oh wow, he's got a lot of hit points. Holy smokes. Yeah, well, I guess we'll be here for a while. Okay, so we're here again. I should have been wearing my Outrider mail the whole time. Alright, so let's just try this again. All you have to do is, I think you have to wait another game day, and you can just come back and respawn them. Oh, okay, so we're gonna go over this again, this time with my Outrider mail, and that should really help us out a lot. And another thing I forgot to do was to give us some re-raise protection. Just This guy does have a Doom ability that can end things pretty devastatingly, but he tends to do it right at the end of his lifespan. So if you can sort of kill him before the Doom takes over and you can hit the spot again, we should be alright. But we'll just see how things go. Oh, right. Let's do our buffs. I can stop talking and actually play the game. I kind of zoned out there. So, let's see. Warcry. Let's do a Berserk. I'll do an Intervene. That'll hurt him. Rampart. Let's do a Savage Blade. Alright, well we have Doom on us, so that's not good. $10. Alright, so he's dead. So let's quickly click on suspicious place. Wow, it took me a while to find it there. I think we got it in time. Doom counted down to 6. Yikes. Now, no need to get all worked up. You haven't a snowball's chance in Tartarus of beating me. You think I couldn't have escaped back then? Believe me, it's so much more fun to feign defeat. Begging for my life to give Rabat-Trois the baleful eye was my life act. Surprise. An act? What are you on about, monster? Well, it was fun while it lasted, but it looks like that eye's seen better days. How disappointing. I had such high hopes too, but alas, you've fallen just as flat as the one before you. The one before him? What? You take me for an amateur? Surely you don't think you were the first. He was a good servant too, at least until the townspeople found out. A real killjoy, that one. What? That's not possible. What are you scheming, you fiend? Scheming? What is it with you people? Always seeing the worst in others. Always asking why or how could you? Who cares? I'm killing time. What else is there to do on this plane? Why can't you just take my eye and rebuild your little order? Think of how the order could have flexed its might and banished evil to the nether realm. Think of the role you would have played in it. Blasphemer. Do not involve us in your twisted games. Ooh, this one's got some bark. Pity his bite is that of a newborn babe. Well, I'm bored. Now that you've lost the eye's power, you're useless to me. I'm off to find a more tractable plaything. Wait! I had no idea Ahriman were so talkative. Are they always like that? No. There's something odd about it, that's for sure. Odd? In what way? So it has come to this. Rabat-Trois? I thought I had been doing Altana's work, but it was just that thing's toy the whole time. What? What was I doing? Where is the honor in this travesty? Rabat-Trois, I have decided. I will reveal the eye to the Order. To the Order? Are you sure? My mistakes are mine to bear, and I must see they are never repeated. The High Exorcists will soon be holding the conferment ceremony at the Pool of Clarity here in the Weld. I can think of no place more appropriate to cast off these shackles of deceit, and would ask you to let me take the first step myself. I understand. The Order won't take his offense lightly. I hope he'll be all right. I'd like to be there for him, but we're not allowed anywhere near the ceremony. Curse it all. I can't let him throw himself on their mercy alone. Come on, Oko. We're going to the Pool of Clarity. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't... Oh, the Doom counter is still going on. Okay, well, whatever. Here, we'll just die, and then we have re-raise on us, so it's no big deal. But we're going to lose all our trusts, but that doesn't matter either, because we're just about to hop onto our chocobo. Oh, that's funny. And I think Shantoto died while that cutscene was going on. Because we kind of saw that, her goodbye message. Whoops! Oh, no. Return. No. Yes, would you like to be revived? Yes. Ay, caramba. Alright, so... Whoops. Okay, so anyway. The pool that we're going to, it's just a little bit north of the station here, the waypoint. It's just a little bit north of that. Pretty easy to get to, so... I'll just meet you guys when we get back there. I could just warp, but I think I'm just going to hop on my chocobo and try and get back the way that I got here, which was on my loyal steed. Okay, I'll see you guys back at the camp. Oh, and I'm just going to also switch back into my Creed armor because it looks nicer. We're going to be powering... I know I keep saying that, but yeah, we are going to be powering this stuff up soon. Alright, here we go. Okay, so here we are. So let me just take a look here and then look at my map. The online map is very helpful. We want to kind of go northwest. Yeah, it looks like it's this way. And we're going to curve around northward until we're going east. And then we're going to stick to the left. Go this way. And around this tree. Yeah, so sometimes there could be bushes blocking this path. But we're here at the right time of day, it looks like. We can get through. Here we go. There's a whole bunch of leafkin here. Yep, just keep going. It's right down here. There's the pool he was talking about. This must be it. Oh, I gotta be careful because I don't have any trusts with me. I don't think we need to worry about that, though. Yeah, let's just click here, no, the Irgun Locus? No. Pellucid Efflusion? No. Check. Oh yeah, that's what we want. That's weird, huh? Pellucid Efflusion. That's what we gotta check. So click on here. Where is Lord Vortimir? Regrettably, he has called back to the Priory on pressing business. How unfortunate. I had hoped to make confession before the ceremony. I will hear your confession, brother. What troubles you? This. Ah, yes, your cursed eye. You know of it? Yes, one of the Scouts Coalition's operatives brought this matter to light. He threatened to publish the accusation, so we had to make certain he would never speak again. What did you do? Was it a sense of guilt that compelled this confession? You have nothing for which to be remorseful, Rabat-Trois, nor are you the first to possess the baleful eye. Then you are aware of everything? Nary a high exorcist passes but 2 moons without hearing the tale. Does that conclude your confession? Let us proceed now with the ceremony. No, I cannot. What is this? As I said, you need not feel any shame. Or would you prefer to share Pyrachmon's fate? Pyrachmon? Yes, the exorcist who took up the baleful eye before you. The rank of high exorcist did not yet exist in that era. Like the elder Cyclops of legend, He was known as Pyrachmon, a veneration given to him for his dominion over the soul eye. No, that cannot be. The Order of Weatherspoon would never honor such a man, knowing the full extent of his evil. Rabattois, you disappoint me. Do you still believe that we exorcists should all aspire to become immaculate saints and righteous philosophers? Let the lower ranks absolve the public of its sins. Those who would wield true power can ill afford such simplified scruples. No matter how long he toils, a man can never realize his true glory censored by plebeian moral prescriptions. You know this to be true. I once thought the same, but I was wrong. The price we pay for clinging to power is too great. And what price would that be? Friendship. What? Friendship? Are you still captive to such childish delusions? Faith, love, camaraderie, these are mere crutches for the weak. We are not like them, Rabattois. We have no use for such dubious fetters. There is but one thing we seek, power. Can you trust those without power to guard your life? The weak are fated to depend on their betters. They are not but a burden dragging society down into the gutter with them. I, too, was once such a burden before acquiring the eye, but I was able to press forward, knowing that I had comrades looking after me. I thought that your acquaintance with the baleful eye would lead you to understand. How ironic that it was the eye itself which made you blind. What are you? See that he is properly initiated. Ooh-ah! Although it pains me to lose such a promising disciple, you have made your choice. If the title of High Exorcist disgusts you so, we can find a more fitting name. Yes, of course. Achmonides. What say you? Pyrachmon's brother from legend. How becoming for one such as you. Well then, Achmonides, you are now free to reveal the truth to Lord Vortimir and to beg the masses for brotherly forgiveness. But who will they believe? A pariah? Or those on whom they have depended for centuries? Rabattois! Euphemia, what are you doing here? Are you alright? I knew that the punishment for blasphemy would be severe, but... No, they knew all about the eye. It is likely the reason they wanted me to join them in the first place. They welcomed me. What? That doesn't... How? Like me, they were so fervent about vanquishing demonic forces that they swore fealty to the profane. How could this be? This is not over. I will not stop until the world has seen them for what they are. You're willing to go to war with the Order? I must. I see. Well, I had hoped one day to become a great hunter of the undead, but it looks like my true quarry was a bit closer to home. What are you saying? That I'll fight with you. There's no way you can win this one on your own. Euphemia, are you certain? I can't just pretend this never happened. I became an exorcist to root out evil, be it from without or within. Thank you. I am truly in your debt. You there. I hope you will not be offended if I refuse any more of your assistance. It would be wrong of me to involve an outsider any further in the Priory's troubles. This is an age-old rot at the very heart of our order. It can only be cured from within. He's right, Oko. The road ahead will be a hard one, but it's better if we face it alone. No, we won't be alone. Exorcist Frondebert might be convinced to join our cause. I'm sure that many in the Priory will feel the same way. Here, I want you to have this. After all the trouble I dragged you into, it's the least that I can do. Thank you. To tell you the truth, part of me wishes that I was still in the dark about all this. But it's an exorcist's job to drag the truth into the light, and confront the darkness in all its forms. What kind of exorcists would we be if we gave up now? You're a good person, Oko. Keep on walking that path and never look back. Alright, there we go. We got some experience and build, and we also got a homilary, which I think is an item that, where is it? I think this is an item that you use for puppetry. Yeah, so we'll be looking into that in the future? I don't know. Homilary, always. Oh, maybe not. It looks like it's a book. Refresh +1. Hold on, I'm not sure what that is. At first I thought it was a puppet thing. Hold on. Well, I'm not sure what this is. I think maybe this is an item that you use in one of these spots up here, or like a mage might use it in their other hand or something. I'll have to look into that. But it seems to give refresh +1. But anyway, there you go. There's another... That finishes that storyline, that quest, that series of quests with Besa Alego and Erphimia and Rabartois and all this. This is how it ends. So there you go. There's some more Adoulin quests. So I see here it's something that goes in sort of this section, where you would normally have ammo or ammo or tackle for your fishing rod. So you just attach that, I guess, there, and then now I guess your refresh has a +1. I guess? I don't know. But anyway, that's where it goes.